Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and I'm continuing the Let's Start from the Beginning series with N.Flying. This album specifically is the album YAHO, YAHO, is another Korean album. I'm aware there's an album before this one, which is their first studio album, Japanese studio album, called Brotherhood. Now, if you'd like me to review that album, I can add it to the list. I'm not sure if it's going to be part of the Let's Start from the Beginning series. However, at some point I can add it to react to it at somewhere. We'll see what I can do this week for N.Flying, and then if I have space to in the next week to actually react to this specific album called Brotherhood. If not, I'll add it at some point. But yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to say in the beginning, so you don't get confused of why I'm now jumping to this album and not having Brotherhood here. But I'm excited. The album has 5 songs. I did react to Good Bam on my deep dive, but I'm going to react to it again because it's been a real long time, and I noticed that they have a live clip band version, which is different from the MV, so I thought, why not? It's more content to react from them, it's more views to their channel, you know, because I have to watch the videos, so at least I'll get them the view. But honestly, if you want to support them, go for it. Definitely deserve the hype, and they should have more hype, if I'm being completely honest. So the first song is Good Bam, then is Autumn Dream, pardon, 4242 and Sunset. They're all live clips and special clips, so fun times, but also likelihood of them having lyrics is very narrow, so we just doing it. I guess that's fine, I can deal with it. But sorry, I need coffee. I'm getting a bit sleepy, but the music will help. So let's just start straight into it. What I was going to say, pause warning, all of those things, hopefully. And yeah, let's have fun. Okay. Oh, I just love the buildings they choose. It's always so fun. Oh. Random, for sure. Oh, fancy shoes. Oh no.
잠이 안 와도 절대 걱정하지 마 밖에 나가서 낙엽을 밟자 영화 같네 단둘이 오손도손 꼭 잡고 아침까지 넣으면 안돼 We'll be fine 어떻게 저 마음은 조구석에 몰렸는데 You're the darling oh yeah 너 꿈속을 driving oh yeah 그런 분들보다 널 향해 drive 일로 와 일로 와길 바라는데 You're the darling oh yeah 우린 일이 없이 yeah 먼저 자 내게 가서 안아줄게 난 너를 위한 이 부자리 Bomb night light love 하루의 끝을 너와 해 가들 때까지 난 너를 위한 철없는 night Bomb night light love
Oh, this is so band, like band sound music. It's so interesting. First of all, looks, because I couldn't get over it. Very interesting choices, different at least. But also pulling off orange and mustard yellow is not an easy feature, and I think it looks great. Wow. The shoes are definitely a choice. Would never in a million years got me in the shoes. Any of the pairs. I don't like pointy shoes or like more cowboy looking boots. It's not my style at all. So it's kind of funny. But what I really liked is how casual their live versions feel like. Like there's no effort, they're just having fun, being aware of the cameras and just jamming around. Although I have to say, as much as I love seeing them in studio, because obviously you can see the features and the zooms and it's more controlled, I love the interactions on stage. I think they are incredible. So whenever there are live clips allowed from stages, I do find them immensely entertaining because of how they interact, or how there's just a level of passion you get on those live performances that I absolutely adore. Obviously here you catch the looks to the camera, which swoon worthy. Also the captures of Jayen's biting his lip or like his scrunchy face, which is cute. But yeah, it's quite interesting. I really like this song. I think there's others that I love more, but I still like the song. I'm just not really sure if it'd be, if you rank songs, this probably not be my top 5 out of all the songs I've listened from them as of now. That being said, I do need to do proper session of once I'm finished with all the albums, what I want to do is to have a proper listen to the full collection of songs on my own time, like having the full albums just playing in the background, and see if I feel differently about it, because obviously it's quite different sitting down here and just focusing on the music than it is to listen an album when you're doing something or you have it in the background as like a soundtrack for your life type of thing. And sometimes I change my mind about music whenever I do that because of attachments to what you're doing at the time or how it makes you feel whenever you're struggling with any task. So I'm kind of curious to see how much this song will change in ranking. I'll keep an eye on this one. Now, I'm curious about, I have to be honest, the titles of the other songs are so intriguing to me that I'm quite curious to see where they went with their B-sides. Because if I'm being completely honest, there's plenty of title tracks that I loved so far from them, but the B-sides are always on point. So I'm kind of curious, and great names. Autumn Dream, perfect for the time of the year. Sunset, we love a good sunset. This one I'm expecting to be funny, but I might be wrong. We'll see. Sorry, guys. And not just say I'm severely sleep deprived. I'm having a lot of trouble with my sleep patterns. I was complaining to my friend the other day how I'm falling asleep super early and then wake up in the middle of the night. I can't fall asleep again until it's almost morning. So most of the times I'm running below 5 hours of sleep. So I do apologize if I'm losing a bit of steam and I'm opening my mouth a lot. I think it's the time of the day is making me quite sleepy. I'm also taking medication for beginning of a cold, which also doesn't help. But we crack on. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We can do this. They're not boring me, I promise. Autumn Dream. Let's go. I don't think. Yeah. Wow. This is a quite interesting arrangement, like melody arrangement. Wow. I'm liking the way they singing this song. I don't know how to explain it. I really like this. Shut up. The arrangement of this music. The arrangements.
버리고 너를 두드리면서 일어날 수도 없는 일을 함께 해줘서 고마워.
Okay, so much to say about this song. I love the tones. First of all, the videography for this looks incredible because it's like giving the bit of whimsical feeling with filters, putting the contrast slightly different on the colors. Quite cool. Fair enough. But the arrangement of the music is quite intriguing because it's almost like towing between happy song and sad song. Like the sounds are towing like a fine line between both. Because it looks like funky and fun and happy, but there's moments it could easily turn to a very like sad sounding song. And I love that. Also loved how they went about with the tonality of their voices for this song in specific, and also how they play the rhymes or like the verses of the song. It's almost like they were changing a bit of not matching the way they were singing to the rhythm of the song, but it's so good because of that. Loved it. And then obviously suddenly we go from, relax, low tone to high notes and falsettos and just blow up the song in the best way possible. Okay, fair enough. You guys really pull. I was expecting to be a bit more melancholic, so this was a pleasant surprise because it went in a different, unexpected direction. See, this is what I like. Okay, let's see. Pardon. Let's see if I'm right about the song being a bit on the kind of jokester vibes. I might be wrong. It might be a very sweet song. Pardon me.
Oh yeah. Yo, watch the boy ma. Watch 생각. 널 보면서 I swear. I know style. 날 맞추려 하지 마. 변하시겠어요. 함께로 흘리지 않게 귀 막을게요. 잘하셨어요. 기분이 상하지 않게 말랑말랑한 너. 세상을 바라지 마.
Yeah, this is more or less what I was expecting. Love the yellow shoes. Oh my god. Yes. They're even smiling with their eyes. They're having fun. Oh my god, that looks so fun. Oh, this is so good. So good, so good, so good. Okay. It's probably one of the more hyped song ever. Really great. Love the energy on stage. What did I say? Love the energy on stage. Also, can we have a Korean band festival in UK, please? Or Europe at this point? Please and thank you. I think K-pop fans should unite and create a festival for bands, Korean bands in Europe, like a tour style. Like was the Vans tour or something like that for the emo kids. Then we need to do that with Korean bands because can you imagine all of these amazing groups coming for a festival? Especially in UK, if you consider the fact that, you know, rock and bands in UK are quite popular. It's kind of just a natural thing to have in UK. So I just would love to see. It would be incredible. Maybe we need to think about that. Anyone in the UK or Europe that is a bit more music linked could potentially think about it. I don't mind pitching in. I don't think anyone would mind pitching in if that means having like a festival for Korean bands in Europe. I think it would be fun. Just saying. It would be incredibly fun. Anyway, I should stop dreaming, daydreaming, and listen to 4242, which is the second to last song of their album YAHO. Okay. I think I'm going to sneeze, so sorry, a second. Okay, crisis averted. Sorry, guys. Let's go. A little bit behind. Oh. Just having fun. Oh, hey! Let's go! Here we go. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad. I really like the song. Is the energy, is the way they are playful on stage, is the way that the flow of this song just goes very light and airy and jazzy, and I just like really like the sounds. So it's funny because one of the things that I mentioned last week when I was reacting to Boy Next Door is the fact that they use the saxophone and other instruments very similar to the saxophone to make the songs a bit of jazz sound, even if a bit modern style. And N.Flying is also doing this with this song, and I just, oh god, I'm just finding so much more music that I'm just absolutely in love with. Oh, so glad. Okay, I think the reason why I'm always so I love music. I tend not to be extremely picky, but there's just certain sounds that I'm more prone to be attracted to, and I'll put it this way, like if music was a person, that would be like where my attraction lays, is this style of like jazzy vibes plus the metal sounds. So I have kind of two personalities which match my Gemini person, but we don't talk about that. So basically the reason why I created this channel was to discover and have time to actually tackle a lot of groups that I would love to discover, but also find new groups I never even heard of. So whenever I get this type of songs, it just makes me so happy that I actually pulled the plug and actually went for it. It's going to be a year since I have this channel, very, very soon. I think November last year was when I created the channel. And I can't believe what a journey has been. But the amount of beautiful songs that I found so far is just incredible, and it makes me super motivated and super keen on continue to do this. Because it's just fun. I have fun when I do this. Okay, let's go for the last song of the album, called Sunset. It's also a live version. So let's go. Getting a bit dark. Oof.
해질녘 저녁 노을 넘어 구름 밤 너랑 함께하기 아주 좋은 밤 네 얼굴은 붉은 하늘에 담겨 여기 풍경과 너무 아주 좋은 날 그대 손길 어쩜 그리 아름다운가요 내가 이렇게 될 줄은 나도 몰랐죠 깊은 밤 하늘에 그대와 함께 yeah. 어미의 수제비 들가요 그대 나를 잊을 때 어떤 맘이 지나 참 궁금해 널 담은 내 눈은 참 넉살 좋게 그대로 있어줄 수 있을까요 부드러운 입술
Interesting how this album is so bright in tone. I'm very interesting. It's very interesting to me that this album is such is full of bright songs, like uplifting, uplifting, and I mean melody wise. I don't know the lyrics, and we know how they love doing upbeat songs with very sad lyrics. And when I say they, I mean Korean artists in general. They do love tricking us, so there's scope for them to be singing about very sad things. That being said, I would not associate that as being a sad song, just because they were running around the stage like crazy. Why do I feel like I want to? Sorry, guys, I keep sneezing. Guess my cold is definitely trying to break through. That's when I start sneezing like a mad woman. Anyway, what I wanted to say is that the way they were running around the stage, they're just having fun and bouncing out of each other. So I would say the lyrics might not be as sad as, but it was such an interesting album because I feel like they all of the songs, and it's 5 songs in the album, all went in the direction of like super uplifting, super fun type of vibe, which I appreciate. Sometimes you need it, especially if you consider where they might have been at this time where the album came out. It's not easy. It has not been an easy road, and yet they keep pushing and they keep pushing, and it gets to a point where I do think they have a bit more of a breakthrough. We all know how I feel about companies. We don't talk about that anymore. But I can only hope N.Flying will be able to continue to support the guys, and we'll get to see them more and more often, because I have a feeling the concerts, for example, in Europe, went really well from my understanding. I saw a lot of posting on social media platforms the videos were incredible. They were having fun. So hopefully that'll prompt companies to actually allow them to do this more often, because it's also bringing money to the company, so has benefits. But we'll see how things go in the future. But I really like this album. Probably the favorite songs out of this album would have to be Pardon, and I don't know. It's funny because I think out of all the songs, maybe the title track is the one that I'm less attracted to, which is kind of interesting to me. Not unheard of. It has happened with other groups. But I think it's the first time, maybe the second time since I started listening to their albums. I'm like, I like the song, but I like the B-sides more. So I'm kind of curious as of why. So I'll have probably think about that and have a bit of a reflection on that. But it's really, really solid album. Really solid album, honestly. Cannot wait to the next ones. We're now entering the revamp era, which I don't like to call it that necessarily. It's just when I feel like, Rooftop was a great song, and I do think it ends up being like a cutoff point for them as well. But I do think the next album, it might have been the one that kind of showed up a little bit more. I might be wrong, but I have a feeling a lot more people know songs from this album, and talked more about this album. So I don't know, it might be just the perception of the people that is around me than actual reality, but I don't know. Let me know. But I'm very curious to see the more recent albums, and where they go, because obviously the most recent albums are going to cover as well COVID times, which is also messed up, on top of a career that is potentially being already hindered by the company. So kind of intrigued. I might have to do a lot more lyric info for the next albums because of that, to see if there's a difference. But I'm also might just do that on my own time. I'll not be surprised if I do some searches at some point on my own time. So there's that. But anyway, love this album. I'm trying to think what question to do for today. But I think the question for me is going to be, for you guys, is going to be, when did you start listening to N.Flying? What's the first song? And which era did you join N.Flying? I'm super curious about it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Thank you so much for everything. Bye!